you know, I've taken a number of privates with you and tons of classes. So I've been a student of yours. I know how technical you are. like, like it's amazing. Like it's amazing. And jujitsu is this beautiful thing to me where you can see a black belt just do a sweep and it's like whoosh, effortless. And it looked like he did something and you missed it, like a magic trick, you know, he or she, I should say. And then vice versa, you could do that same thing and then that's someone else can describe it and told you 50 micro movements and stuff and you're in the middle of that, and that's great because it's enough detail for me to actually retain. But how did you get so cerebral? Like, I guess what I'm asking is like, what
Really good
influenced
question.
you, and like how did you become this type of instructor?
That's such a good question, John. Because so that was a big part of my journey. And okay, so first of all, from 2009 till 2017, I was competing full time. Like I had jobs, like I was working, but I was also jujitsu was the most important thing, and I was put everything in jujitsu, like training twice a day, drilling, everything, sparring. But I wasn't as cerebral. Like my technique was because of hours and hours of experience and yeah, I was taught a lot of stuff from my coaches, of course, but I needed my coaches to teach me things for me to progress. And otherwise I was just counting on mileage and like hours. And people used to always say like, you need mat hours, that's how you get better, you just need mat hours. That was always the answer I heard. And I now completely disagree. And I think jujitsu was really hindered by that. That meant like so many different mentalities around learning, like a lot of secrecy, like I have the secret sauce. That's why I always describe it. I have the secret sauce, like as in you need to pay me to learn from me. Also, like as if there's like some sort of secret to getting better at jujitsu that like that other people can't access, like an exclusivity type thing. That's another thing I really want to change. So I actually quit jujitsu for a year. I don't know if you know that. In 2000, so right after I got my brown belt, I was already like on the verge of I just completely stopped training. And a lot of it had to do with learning curve. Like I couldn't like figure out how to continue to learn and improve. And I was frustrated by that. And I was also really isolated as a woman. Like I didn't have sometimes you feel super like lonely, like unsupported, like you get passed up for a lot of like opportunities for like less qualified males. And that happened to me all the time. I mean, a number of things pissed me off, but either way, when I came back to it, so teaching fell into my lap, like jujitsu. I was personal training and randomly got a job at a UFC gym just because it was close to my house. I was teaching kickboxing there, which I've never done. Like it was like a cardio kickboxing class. And then the jiu-jitsu instructor like couldn't do it anymore, or like wasn't able to make it a lot. So they asked me to fill in, and I was like, yeah, sure. And the first day I taught, I was like, wow, I forgot that this is my favorite thing in the world.
Wow.
And I never knew that I loved teaching, because I asked so many times. Like I tried to teach so many times throughout the years. I was always passed up for the job. Like even just for helping voluntarily for free, I was just never able to get into teaching. Like I was always passed up, and it kind of like squandered my interest. And then when I taught for the first day, I literally realized that, same as my first day in jiu-jitsu, I literally realized it was what I wanted to do. Like, so anyway, sorry, I'm digressing. The question was, how did I become cerebral? So it was because of teaching, because I hadn't trained right in a while, and I didn't feel comfortable. Maybe I think this is another like maybe advantage to being a woman, because like more times we're like overthinkers and like unsure of ourselves, I feel like. Whereas a lot of males I see, which like, I can do it. Like
I think we're pretending. Don't let us fool you. Like we're totally faking it.
Well, it's good.
A lot of bravado.
It's good to have confidence. I wish I had more naturally, but because I didn't, I was like, I don't want to teach anyone something I'm not like I don't know exactly what I'm teaching them. So I went to YouTube and was looking up and started looking up instructionals, and I was like, oh my God, like, this is perfect. Like, I'm literally watching someone, I watched a bunch of people teach side control escapes. And then I was like, okay, now I get the concept. Because I mean, you know, you've been training jiu-jitsu for how many years?
About 2.5.
2.5. Okay. And do you feel like, you know how it is. There's so much to learn in jiu-jitsu. You couldn't, that's why people who've trained, 2.5, even 5 years don't teach, because like, you could, and even
I
for
could
me,
never imagine teaching. Yeah.
it's hard. So I started studying. I actually found my favorite instructors, like, that now I buy all my instructionals from, and I study all the time. And it just started, like, I think probably all things can be broken down to a science, like literally walking your dog like with a leash, like there's science behind it, you know what I mean? So the more you know, the better. And I started studying
You should give
jiu-jitsu.
yourself credit though, because it takes a certain type of mind to be able to analyze and like process it, analyze it, and then relay it to others. And you're really good at that, Taylor. Like, you're really good.
The perfect storm, like the perfect combination, was I do have that 10 years of doing it blindly, like I had coaches, but coaches in jiu-jitsu aren't paid very much, like, or at least the past generation, and they have 100 other students, so it's not like you can rely on them the way I was trying to get better. And so once I discovered studying, yeah, exactly, it's because of my experience, I was like, oh yeah, that's what I do that works. And that's something I've always had problems with. So I'm able to problem solve. I'm able to formulate my lesson plans. I'm able to very confidently teach fundamentals to my students, and then improve my game immensely. So yeah, it came from teaching, and it has been a game changer. So guys, people out there who train jiu-jitsu and are frustrated and stuck, that is my, like, I have two like ideal clients, like people I really want to help, and that I feel like my career objective is to solve their problems, and that is beginners, especially women who are intimidated to start. And I love sparking love for jiu-jitsu in people, and then stuck people. I've actually been going on forums online right now to sort of help myself answer people's questions that they didn't ask me, that they asked forums, and also to better my ability to answer the questions, and help people and get my